The decorations, and like the post-it on the baby Jesus because we're not supposed to know he's here until Christmas. Like that's my favorite part about Christmas. The decorations, the Christmas trees, and I love music. So my favorite, most favorite part about Christmas is Christmas music. My favorite song?
Now hold on a second. You want songs?
Sure.
I've got songs for you. I've got songs that will rock your world. For years I've been singing these songs. I call them my prophecies. My name is Isaiah. And for years I've been singing songs about God. You can basically call them Christmas songs before there was a Christmas. I've been singing with my buddies, the other prophets. You can see them around here somewhere. They're also on board with the whole birth of the Messiah thing. I know there are a bunch of people who look at us and think we're crazy. They're probably going to kill us in who knows how many different ways. But we just can't keep quiet about it. I love talking about the Messiah. I can talk about him all day. But it gets boring.
Does not.
First of all, there are a bunch of people who read the Old Testament and can't understand that everything points to the Messiah, Jesus of Nazareth, the Son of God. Now everyone here who has the experience of living in the world today, they have, well, an advantage on the rest of the world that we lived in. They have what's called Catholicism, about 2,000 years of it, and they have hindsight, which is always 20/20. You guys always know what's going to happen because it's already happened. For you, the New Testament is unified with the Old Testament. They are linked together like a hinge that joins a door together by Jesus. This is why the Gospels are in the middle, starting with the New Testament. We move through and begin the transition from the Old to the New Covenant.
Listen to me. I proclaimed the Messiah long before he came, more than 500 years before the birth of Jesus. For thus says the Lord God, behold, myself will search for my sheep and will seek them out, as the shepherd seek out his flock. Where some of his sheep have been scattered abroad, so will I seek out my sheep and will resume them from all places where they have been scattered on the days of clouds and then thick darkness. Ezekiel 34:12 and 13. So you see everyone talking about how Jesus was the good shepherd and I was the one who called him.
So, you said he would be the good shepherd. Well, I predicted where he was going to be born. What do you say about that?
But you, O Bethlehem Ephrathah, who are little to be among the clans of Judea, from you shall come forth for me one who is the ruler of Israel, whose origin is from of old, from ancient days. Micah 5:2. Now Bethlehem is a town about 20 miles outside Jerusalem. No one could have seen that coming. Well, except God. And I only said what he wanted me to. So I think that paints me a pretty nice picture in the hallway of heaven. Now, Micah predicted the birth of our son.
Guys, not to brag, but I said some pretty good things about Jesus. Now, do you want to hear what I have to...
Did you predict his death? Sure, Micah predicts the birth and Ezekiel predicts the career, but could anyone but God have said the end? No. Why? Because no one listens to Zechariah. Just because my name is long and hard to spell and difficult to find my book because it's in the way of the gospel, people just pass over it. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout aloud, O daughter of Jerusalem. Lo, your king comes to you, triumphant and victorious is he, humble and riding on an ass, a foal of an ass. Zechariah 9:9. Then I said to him, if it seems right to you, give me my wages, but if not, keep them. And they weighed out as my wages 30 shekels of silver. Then the Lord said to me, cast it into the treasury, the lordly place at which I was paid to them. So I took the 30 shekels of silver and cast them into the treasury in the house of the Lord. Zechariah 11:12 through 13. And I will pour out in the house of David and the inhabitants of Jerusalem a spirit of compassion and supplication, so that when they look at him and the way whom they have pierced, they shall mourn for him, as one who mourns an only child, and weep bitterly over him, as one who weeps over a firstborn. Zechariah 12:10.
I don't get it.
You don't get it? Triumphant entry into Jerusalem? Judas selling Jesus over for 30 pieces of silver? The piercing of Christ in the heart? The death of the firstborn Son of God?
I skip Zechariah's book all the time when I read the Bible.
No, I think the point that Zechariah is that also we all made predictions about the Messiah that we need to pay attention to. But listen, I said some pretty good things about Jesus. I talked about all of it. I spoke about the birth, the preaching, the death, all of it. Here. One for you. One for you. One for you.
Therefore the Lord himself will give you a sign. Behold, a young woman shall conceive and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel.
Just to interrupt here, this was in Mass tonight, in case for those who pay attention.
A voice cries in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord. Make straight in the desert a highway for our God.
Surely he has borne our grief and carried our sorrows. Yet we esteemed him stricken, smitten by God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgression. He was bruised for our increase. Upon him was the chastisement that made us whole, and with his stripes we were healed. Isaiah.
He was oppressed, he was afflicted, yet not he opened his mouth. Like a lamb that is led to the slaughter, and like a sheep that before the shedders is dumb, so he opened not his mouth. Isaiah 53:7.
Wow, really nailed those prophecies there, Isaiah.
Yeah, you're an all-star. I don't know what else to say. The one about the woman giving birth, then about him being descended from David. You even had the one about John the Baptist in there.
I have to admit, I'm a little embarrassed right now. Isaiah, you're the man.
No, Ezekiel. He is the man. That's the point of it all. The incarnation, the moment when Jesus became a man, was a central event in all of human history. Don't you understand? Everything we did before him points to him. And everything that happened after reveals his glory. It's pretty exciting stuff. You want to know how you can learn more?
I know. Read the book.